ever heard of Pilates? Have you ever tried Pilates exercise? Currently, I'm an instructor for Pilates here at the University of Pittsburgh, and Pilates is one of my favorite styles of exercise. The exercises designed by Joseph Pilates have been popular since 1912 in a variety of populations. By the end of this demonstration, you'll know what Pilates is, why you might like to do a Pilates roll-up, and how to do a Pilates roll-up. I'll start by telling you a little bit about what Pilates is as an exercise style. Pilates is a system of both mental and physical conditioning. When Joseph Pilates designed it, he initially called it controlology because control plays a very large part in the specific exercises that he designed. It was utilized for hospital patients initially because it's very good for those in a bedridden circumstance, in that it's great for the core, and it also works on flexibility of the limbs as well as strength in those areas. It's also good for focus and meditation for their mental health. Eventually, it caught on in the dance community as well because it's great for that balance aspect that they're required to be familiar with. Pilates has 6 general principles. These are concentration, control, centering, flow, precision, and also the breathing. The Pilates roll-up is one specific exercise that Joseph Pilates designed that incorporates all of these aspects. Specifically, the roll-up is great for core strength as you're pulling the entirety of your upper body off of the mat. It's also good for shoulder strength and flexibility as the arms are required to stay above the head for the majority of the exercise. This exercise is also good for back flexibility and focus because you really need to pay attention to the shape of your spine throughout the movement. And focus in general on breathing and balance, keeping both sides symmetrical as you move through the motions. Now I'll come down and demonstrate this exercise for you. The Pilates roll-up is a full body exercise, and it's done in a supine position, so we'll be lying on our backs. You want to start with your legs as straight as you can get them, as straight as possible. If you can't sit nice and tall with the legs straight, then you might need to bend the knees a little bit, and that's okay. You want to have the feet nice and strongly flexed, keeping those toes up toward the sky or the ceiling at all times. We'll begin by rolling slowly down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time, in a safer manner. Once you're down here, you take both arms up above the head, really lengthening the body. You want to have the fingertips nice and straight and long. We don't want to be in fists or have them bent because that encourages the bending of the elbow. Nice straight arms. From here, you'll take a nice deep inhale. When you inhale, you'll do so through the nose, and you'll expand the rib cage as far as you can. This is in contrast to belly breathing, where some people inhale and fill the belly rather than filling the ribs. While you're performing this inhale, you also want to have your spine in a nice neutral position. So your gaze will be up toward the ceiling or the sky, and your head will be a nice straight line with the spine down to the hips, all the way down to those heels. To see if your spine is in line, you can put your hands in a triangle position and lie it just below the belly button. As you can see, my triangle is nice and flat, but if my back was arched, it will point down toward my legs, or if I'm crunching the abs too much, it will point up toward the sky. So you want to have a nice neutral spine. Bring those arms up above the head and take your nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand the ribs, nice and deep. As you exhale, you're going to pull the arms, the head, shoulders, and spine very, very slowly off the mat with control, utilizing those abs and keeping those flexed feet against the mat. I perform my inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to roll as slowly as I can up off the mat, pulling the shoulders and the back slowly, one vertebrae at a time. When I reach the top, I take a nice once again, really reaching up toward the sky. You can see that my spine is still in line here. I'm not curling forward or arching my back. And this is also an area in which you have to focus on that shoulder flexibility to get the arms straight up toward the sky. After that, inhale. You'll exhale and fold forward, trying to keep the spine as straight as possible as far as you can, and then curling down and just working a little bit into that hamstring flexibility here. After you fold forward, your next inhale is again raising up in this nice tall position. And then we'll exhale, rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. As slowly and controlled as you can. Again, keeping those flexed feet onto the mat. Once you've reached the bottom, you've completed one repetition of the Pilates roll-up, ending again in the neutral spine and also with nice straight arms, flexed feet, and a long body. You can just perform that first half to roll yourself back up safely. So, as you can see from my demonstration, Pilates has a very specific set of cues within each exercise, including the breathing, flexibility, body positioning, and even the focus. The roll-up in particular works on your balance in keeping both sides symmetrical, your core and pulling that upper body off the mat in a controlled manner, your back flexibility is to sit nice and tall, and also the shoulder flexibility to reach all the way up. Hopefully this demonstration has provided you with enough information that you can pursue Pilates on your own time if you like. Also, you can always come to my class